For the benefit of humanity. 5 words. They were not a tagline. They were the founding premise of one of the most consequential technology organizations ever created. They were also, it turns out, subject to terms and conditions that nobody saw, nobody signed, and that a jury last week decided nobody was obligated to honor. On May 18th, 2026, a jury took less than 2 hours to dismiss Elon Musk's lawsuit against OpenAI and Sam Altman. Musk had argued that OpenAI stole a charity, that he donated roughly $38 million on the explicit understanding that the organization would develop artificial intelligence for the public good, not to enrich its leadership or investors. When OpenAI restructured from a non-profit into a for-profit entity, he argued the founding promise was broken. The jury found he had waited too long to sue. Case closed. But here is the thing about a verdict that rests on a statute of limitations. It does not say the mission pivot was right. It says nobody got to court in time to argue otherwise. The underlying question, whether a company can build its entire identity around a public purpose and then quietly convert that purpose into equity when the commercial opportunity arrives, was never actually tested. It was procedurally avoided. That should matter to anyone who works in, invests in, or regulates big tech. We are deep into an era where mission language functions as currency for the benefit of humanity. Don't be evil. Connecting the world. These phrases do real commercial work. They attract co-founders willing to take a risk. They recruit talent who could earn more elsewhere. They generate regulatory goodwill and build communities of users who feel they are part of something larger than a product. They are, in practice, brand contracts. The problem is they are almost never written down as one. OpenAI's lawyers made the point plainly in closing arguments. The donations were not restricted in any way. Altman testified he never promised Musk the non-profit structure would hold. Both statements can be legally accurate and still describe a governance failure, because the researchers who joined, the donors who gave, and the public who trusted the mission did so based on what the brand said it stood for, not what the fine print said it was obligated to deliver. The verdict gives OpenAI legal clarity. It gives the industry none at all. What it does signal, uncomfortably, is that mission-led branding carries almost no enforceable accountability as long as the terms are never written down and no one sues in time. That is not a precedent to celebrate. It is a gap that regulators, investors, and boards should be actively closing. The signal. The donations were not restricted in any way. OpenAI's legal team, closing arguments, May 2026, CNBC, Musk vs. Altman trial coverage, May 2026. The question, your organization's mission statement is on the website, in the deck, and in every job advert. What are the terms that apply to it, and has anyone actually written them down? Sources and further reading. Elon Musk loses court battle against Sam Altman and OpenAI after 3-week trial. CNBC, jury tosses Elon Musk's lawsuit against OpenAI and Sam Altman. NBC News, what the jury will actually decide in the case of Elon Musk versus Sam Altman. TechCrunch, OpenAI's Sam Altman takes the stand to fend off Elon Musk's accusations. He stole a charity. NPR, the views expressed in this newsletter are Jonathan Ashton's own personal perspectives and do not represent the views of any organization with which he is affiliated. Common Ground is published weekly. If this was shared with you, subscribe on LinkedIn to receive it directly.